So let me open up this image again, okay? So if we zoom in now, let's say that we really like this image, okay? Even though, to be frank, out of all the images that we generated, this one is not nice because the can just looks too big and the way she's holding it doesn't look real. Even the background is not great, but just for the point I'm making, okay? This is extremely important. Oftentimes with Nano Banana, even with other image generators, you're going to find a very common problem we have with AI portraits, which is that you get this really soft plastic looking skin, okay? And how you solve this is, okay, there are very few apps which can actually do it. So remember, I've just shown you Higgsfield, which is an all-in-one AI app. One of the competitors to Higgsfield is this app called Enhancor. This is the only other app I use, but you must be thinking, Kush, why are you using two different all-in-one AI apps? Don't they do the same thing? So even in Enhancor, that's a very fair question. Even in Enhancor, if I go over here to tools, you're going to see very similar things as to what we saw with Higgsfield, that they have different video models, they have different image models. So there's no difference there. They have VO, they have Kling, and all these other models. Enhancer got popular in the AI world because of something totally different, which can be very crucial, which is this little tool here called the Upscaler tool. Now, Enhancer is not free, okay? Enhancer will cost you $9 a month. But if you ever want to get rid of that AI look, like for example, what we are getting in that particular image on the skin, then this upscaling tool is the best, because usually what does upscaling mean? Upscaling means you're increasing only the resolution. Okay, that means you're increasing the amount of pixels. However, Enhancer's upscaler does something more. It actually adds a very real looking texture to the skin, which there's pretty much no other AI tool which can do something similar. There are two of them, okay? There's one called Magnific AI, okay? But that is too expensive. This is only $9 a month. That is around $60 a month, okay? So for such a cheap price, you're going to see what this does, okay? So if I go over to Upscaler, this is just a bonus tip. I don't want you to register for it right now. This is more advanced usage. But this is something a lot of people want to figure out, how to get rid of that AI look and turn that person into kind of like a real-life photograph with real texture on the skin. Then this is your tool. So if you go over to Upscaler, I can remove this sample image. I'm going to upload that same image here, okay? And then I can leave the mode to fast. It's going to cost me 350 credits. On the $9 per month plan, you start off with 10,000 credits. So it's not even that expensive, okay? And make sure you always check this option that says, yes, my image is a portrait, okay? So that when it does upscale the image and it adds in the texture, there's a less chance of it changing the face, because sometimes that can happen, okay? And then I can hit upscale image, and you're going to notice a big difference between the upscale image and the original. So let's just wait for this, because this takes around 5 minutes for it to come. All right, so our image is ready, and I'm just going to open this up and it'll show you like a before and after. So this is what we started off with, and after upscaling it, just see this. Now, because this is a tall image, okay, you can't actually see things right now. Let me show you a better before and after with a more zoomed in look. All right, so now you'll be able to see this. So this is what we started off with, okay? And just see this. Can you see we literally went from like that AI look. I mean, just notice the cheeks and the forehead. Right? It has that polished look, which sometimes kind of feels cartoonish. And this is the reason why oftentimes you'll see people say, yeah, this has that AI look. I'm not believing this. But Enhancer just like turns it into like this photograph. Like this looks like a real person suddenly. And actually, to be very honest, this example that I've taken is not even the best to demonstrate upscaler, because to Enhancer, because Enhancer people themselves say, and it's been also my experience, that the closer the face is, the better the texture that the texture that it adds is. That means it even looks more real if this face was actually closer, like a proper headshot. Because we got a taller image, obviously the face is slightly far away because we can see the whole body. So overall, the face is smaller in the frame, then it's not going to do such a good job. That's what the Enhancer people say. But you can see, even with the worst case scenario, if I was to pick a real looking image, I would definitely choose this, right? Just look at even what it does to the hair. And at the same time, remember, this is an upscaler, so it's actually increasing the resolution. Because we have seen that that is one of the issues with Nano Banana, is going to cap you at around 1 megapixel. But this will actually increase the number of pixels and give you a much sharper image. So even if you need to take out a printout, now you can with a real looking person. So I always use this. Just remember that point, okay? The face shouldn't be too far. So this wasn't the best example, but because then sometimes it can introduce some changes in the face. Can you see? There's a slight change in the face. That's the only argument we can have, right? But even that doesn't happen if it's like a proper headshot where her face was closer. So Enhancer for me is an absolutely amazing app. We simply don't have something in Higgs field which can do something like this. So it's a very important tip to remember, because oftentimes, okay, when you turn these images into video, what happens is, okay, it's a very important point that you should know. So right now I'm actually going to be showing you how to turn images into video, okay, in the next video, okay? But one of the very key points you have to remember, whenever you turn an image into a video, that video algorithm is also anyway going to add a bit of softness on the skin. So if you have that softness on the skin to begin with, then the results are going to look terrible. So if you are planning to turn an image into a video, I always do this first. Upscale the image, get a better looking image, and then turn it into a video, okay? Now, talking about turning images into video, let's pick one of these images. Maybe we are going to pick this, because I really like this image, I think. Let's just download this and see it again. Yeah, I think this was a really cool image. And sometimes you can see that Nano Banana already gives a real looking person. In that case, you don't need an answer, okay? Because I think in this case, the texture already looks good. So what we're going to do is, now you're going to see how easy it is to turn this into a video inside something like Higgs field. So let's do that in the next video.